Hello, and welcome back to Word Unlocked. I'm Jake.
And I'm Sara, and today's word is one of the most hopeful words in English. It is the word that says, not yet, but it is coming. Keep going. It will happen.
Yes, this word lives at the end of a long road. When things are hard and slow, this word is the light at the end. Sara, the word.
Eventually.
Eventually. Let's learn it.
Eventually means after a long time, after many attempts, after much difficulty. Finally, it happened, or it will happen. Just not yet, but it will.
It is different from suddenly, which is fast and unexpected. Eventually is slow, patient. It takes time, but it arrives.
Now the chunks.
Chunk 1. Eventually, something happened. You use eventually at the start of a sentence to show after everything, after all the difficulty, finally this happened.
For example, I tried to fix the problem for 2 hours. Eventually, I found the answer. Long process, many attempts, and then eventually success. It came at the end.
Eventually, at the start, signals to the listener, this took time, but it worked. Good news is coming. Get ready.
Chunk 2. Will eventually happen. This is reassurance. You tell someone, don't worry, this good thing is coming. It is guaranteed, just not today. But it will eventually happen.
For example, you will eventually understand this grammar rule. Not today, maybe not this week, but keep practicing. It will eventually click. Promised.
Will eventually is very kind and encouraging. Use it when someone is frustrated, when they feel stuck. It says, I see you struggling, and I promise it gets better.
Chunk 3. Get there eventually. Informal, warm, casual. You are moving slowly, making mistakes, but you are still moving, and you will get there eventually.
For example, my cooking is still not great, but I'll get there eventually. Not perfect yet, but I am trying. Getting better. Slowly. I will get there eventually.
Get there eventually is something you say about yourself. It is honest, it is humble, and it is optimistic. All three at the same time.
Chunk 4. Eventually realized or eventually discovered. After confusion, after trying the wrong things, after a long time, the truth finally became clear.
For example, I eventually realized I had been making the same mistake for months. I didn't see it at first, but time passed. I looked again, and eventually I saw it. Eventually realized.
Eventually realized always has a lesson inside it. You didn't know, then you did. The eventually tells you it took time to get that wisdom. It wasn't obvious, but it came.
And chunk 5. But eventually. This connects a hard beginning to a successful ending. First, difficulty, then, but eventually, resolution.
For example, learning to drive was terrifying at first, but eventually I became confident. Hard start, long middle, but eventually a good ending. The but eventually is the turning point.
But eventually is one of the most useful connectors in storytelling. It says, yes, things were hard, but here is where it turned. Here is where it got better.
2 stories. Mine first, about eventually realized. When I started this podcast, I thought the most important thing was having perfect information, perfect facts, perfect explanations. I prepared everything very carefully, very formally. But after many episodes, I eventually realized that what people responded to most was not the perfect information. It was the honest stories, the real moments, the mistakes, and the lessons.
You were trying to be a textbook, but people wanted a conversation.
Exactly. I eventually realized, be human first. be informative second. That realization changed everything about how I approach each episode.
And it took time to see it.
Many episodes, but eventually I saw it. And now, here we are.
My story is about get there eventually. When I started learning to cook, really cook, not just heat things up, I was very bad. I burned things, I added wrong amounts, I followed recipes and still got the wrong result. My friend, a good cook, watched me struggle one evening. I was frustrated. I said, I am never going to be good at this.
The classic give up moment.
She looked at me and said, you'll get there eventually. Everyone is terrible at the beginning. She didn't say I was good. She didn't say I was almost there. She said, eventually, honestly, kindly.
And she was right?
She was completely right. 2 years later, I cook well. Not perfectly, but well. I got there. Eventually. Exactly like she said.
Get there eventually is a promise. And when someone makes that promise to you, believe them. Okay, let's finish. Eventually means after time, after difficulty, after patience. The thing happens. Not fast, not easy, but it happens.
Your 5 chunks. Eventually, something happened. Used at the start to reveal a final successful result after a long process. Will eventually happen, reassuring someone that a good outcome is coming, just not yet. Get there eventually. An informal, honest, optimistic phrase about slow but real progress. Eventually realized or discovered, the moment truth or understanding finally arrived after a long period of confusion. And, but eventually, connecting a hard beginning to a successful ending in a story.
Homework today. Think of something you are working toward right now. Something that feels slow. Something that feels far away. Write one sentence using eventually. For example, I will eventually speak English confidently. Say it. Mean it. Keep going.
Eventually is not a maybe, it is a promise. To yourself. Keep the promise.
Thanks for listening to Word Unlocked. See you next time.
Stay curious. Keep going. You will get there eventually. Later.